Life will take you through a lot of ups and downs. People will tell you that they love you, stab you in the back. People will betray you. Dreams can become nightmares. But through it all, there's always a higher power that's watching over. There's always a guiding light through the darkness. Life presents so many unforeseen circumstances that it can truly shake our faith to where we don't know what to believe in or to believe at all. Major recording artist Kareesh Forreal, entrepreneur Kareesh Forreal, understands the power of having a guiding light in her life. When you're born into this world, you are an innocent dove. You don't know anything. You have to grow. You have to be taught everything. And through this journey of her life, she has been through ups, downs, and then back up. She understands now in 2022 what her legacy will be going forward. Inside this house of hits, you're going to hear, feel, and understand her passion for life, music, people, but most importantly, as she is building her multi-million-dollar entertainment empire. Kareesh Forreal, House of Hits, Hype Fresh Mag, Dorian, Vinny, Surge, Radio Pushers, the GOAT. Let's get it.
People, we are live inside the House of His studio right now. It's a great time to be alive. Life is beautiful for a lot of people, and life is not beautiful for a lot of people. We are in a crazy world, a lot of different energy right now. Finding light is expensive, man. Being happy is expensive, right?
Very expensive.
Exactly. Like being happy is very expensive. You know, a lot of people get on social media and they show you one side of their life, but it's not really like that. Everybody's dealing with some form of darkness or cloud of negativity, but it's how we come through the rain. You know, right. I love Angie Stone. She, no cloud in my rain. You know what I'm saying? I love Angie Stone. She sings so much to my soul. Music is beautiful because music marks time. Music is the universal language of the world. Mm-hmm. You know, when you look at the song "We Are the World," all those different musicians came together and made a song about hunger, saying "We are the world." And look how beautiful it was. Cyndi Lauper, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, everybody come together. Musicians have a beautiful way of connecting people. Today I'm talking to someone who is a connector. Her soul, her energy is magnetic. She emits a certain type of light that captures the essence of peace, prosperity, and forward progress. I met Kareesh on Instagram. I saw her page and I listened to some of her interviews and said, I think you're dope. I want to work with you. And I said, we can do some podcasts together. And I could write about you. I'm a journalist, and we've been rocking ever since.
Yes.
She's always had a purity about her. I'm honored, super honored to be in this House of Hits, what Vinny Del Leon, his brother Surge put together. When you walk in this arena, you must have championship DNA. You cannot think as a loser. This place is built for winners. This place is supposed to help you understand if you are or if you are not. Mm-hmm. I am. Are Correct. You? That's Definitely. How you got to feel. So, House of Hits, podcast sponsored by Hype Fresh Magazine, hypefresh.co, Apple News, Hype Fresh, one of the most highest traffic channels on Apple News and Google News. Shout out to Janelle and the whole team. And also shout out to 99.7 The Heat Miami. Kareesh Forreal represents Charlotte, North Carolina. But she also represents something greater than that. You represent empowerment. Your life has not been easy.
No, it hasn't.
You've faced a lot of trials.
Yes.
Where do you get your strength from?
My strength, I get it from, I can start saying from my grandmother. At the age of maybe 3 or 4, she was very influential. A lot of people came to her. Later, I realized that she was a light, and she mm-hmm. was, I considered a healer mm-hmm. in different ways and avenues. And then she was a protector for me because I didn't know when she was telling me that my purpose was that I was going to be touching a lot of people in the world.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, okay. I'm thinking, okay, maybe be on TV or something. But the more and more I experienced life, it really catapulted me to different avenues of how any type of way that I displayed my art or talent, that I was affecting someone's life in a positive way. So with that, that brought the strength in me to say that I need to make sure that I know who I am and the experiences that I went through. For me, I didn't understand why. And some I felt, a lot of them, that it was something that I shouldn't have gone through. And it was a period of why me, until later on I realized it was for me to be relatable to a lot of people that came to me. So I didn't know that I was an empath, and a lot of people came, and I just saw that whatever I touch turned to gold. So I keep that with me.
I respect that. Lil' Kim had an album called Naked Truth before she went to prison.
Right.
Probably one of her most autobiographical albums.
I would say.
Yeah. No makeup, no jewelry, no hair done, no nothing.
Right.
Explain your naked truth. Who are you?
My naked truth would be that I'm finally a person that came into her own, a broken child that was looking for love, because the persons that I felt that was supposed to protect me, they didn't.
They didn't.
They did not. So that just allowed me to be in a mindset of anything anybody said outside of that, it didn't matter. Like, it didn't faze me. But it also gave me the drive to do what I needed to do to get out of a negative situation. And how can I make it better? Not only for myself, but then I started seeing that I was what people started calling me now, the Harriet Tubman.
Saving people?
Saving people, and making them see that their worth. And then just reigniting their light in themselves and awareness.
I used to be a volunteer for Domestic Women Hotline. And I used to point them in direction of what shelters were. I used to be information. I used to be a volunteer, right? And a lot of times the women would tell me they still would hear the screams of the man yelling at them when they were beating on them, right?
Right.
And most of the call was about just hearing them cry and saying, because they didn't think it was a real call, that we can help them, right? The people that didn't protect you, you still hear those screams?
Yeah,
You
at
do?
times. With that, it was, for me, I think the audacity of doubting and saying, oh, that's not true. And it was because what I had to realize, it was that they weren't really healed themselves or didn't know how to handle that situation.
Sure.
But at the same time, if your job is to protect me, why didn't you do that? It's self-hatred that you perplexed on me.
Sure.
You know, and those things that came in my mind. But then I had to really deal with mental health and understand that, or not understand, overstand that it wasn't me, and really had to just write down the things that happened, burn it, put it in the fire, and let it go, because I had to take accountability, because I was growing into adulthood. Was that I can't be another person, another broken person. And it is true when they say hurt people. And I wanted to break that cycle. And I've seen it too many times around me, and then also to other people that I was close to. So I did not want that to pass on if I was able to stop that cycle.
How do you protect yourself now?
Whenever I feel or see triggers, I'm not interested. I know right away. I continue to maintain wanting to have peace around me, and then also just staying in tune. It's hard at times, because you go back and forth between being a human and spiritualist, and it's just like, where, okay, what am I doing? How am I triggered?
Yeah.
am I going to let that trigger affect my day or affect other people around me, because it's a ripple effect. So I stay away from that. I make sure that I meditate, I'm around positive people, and I make sure that I give positive efforts and see what's broken in me or what's causing that attraction. Because a lot of people are easy to blame somebody else and not themselves. So it's just like, what is that mind state, or what is causing the trigger for something to be attracted or feel that they can come back? And sometimes it's a test. So I just make sure that I'm there. And every day, a lot of people are not able to handle the stress or different things that comes to them. For me, I even had a psychologist tell me, they came up and they said that the number of things that you went through in your life, that's enough for 6 people to be in a mental ward. So just for you to have that willpower and that mindset, that's just amazing in itself. So I just take that, and then, like what my grandma said, don't let nobody break you,
Right.
no matter what. And that stuck with me at all times.
2023 is here,
Mm-hmm.
right? What is one thing about you, Kareesh Forreal,
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to show the world that you haven't shown them yet?
That it's time. It's really time for self-awareness, self-healing, not only for myself, but for others. And then just not talking about it, that we're actually putting things in action. Because that's something that the world needs and they're yearning for. I have a lot of women in my fan base, even men as well, but they don't know, or they're stuck. They don't understand what's going on in life or why, or they feel helpless and they don't know the next step to take. So I took on and accepted my mission that I'm a
Right.
leader to guide.
Last quick question. You still believe in love?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I am love.
I like that. Kareesh Forreal, House of Hits, High Fresh Magazine. Thank you so much. Walk in this booth and do what you do best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's get it.